Imagine being a young boy sitting alone in a room, reading books for nearly 10 hours a day. Not because someone forced you to, but because your imagination was bigger than the world around you. Now imagine that same boy growing up to build rockets, electric cars, brain chips, and one of the biggest social media platforms on Earth. That boy was Elon Musk. Today, he is one of the richest and most controversial people in modern history. But here's the real question. Was Elon Musk simply lucky? Was he born into success? Or did he follow certain principles that anyone can learn from? Today we uncover the complete history of Elon Musk, from his difficult childhood to becoming one of the world's most powerful billionaires, and most importantly, the lessons you can use if you want to build wealth and success in your own life. Elon Musk was born on June 28, 1971 in Pretoria. From an early age, Elon was very different from other kids. While most children spent their time playing outside, Elon spent his days buried in books. He read science fiction, encyclopedias, engineering manuals, and philosophy books. He was obsessed with learning and understanding how the world worked. By the age of 10, he became fascinated with computers. This was the early 1980s, a time when computers were rare and the internet barely existed. Yet, Elon taught himself programming completely on his own. At just 12 years old, he created a video game called Blastar and sold it for around $500. That was his first taste of making money through innovation. This teaches us the first major lesson from Elon Musk's life. Successful people do not wait for opportunities, they create them. Elon did not wait for a teacher to teach him coding. He taught himself. As he grew older, Elon realized he wanted greater opportunities than what was available in South Africa. At the age of 17, he made a bold decision to leave everything behind and move to Canada. He had little money, no major connections, and no guarantee of success. Life there was not easy. He worked physically exhausting jobs like cleaning boilers and cutting logs just to survive. Later, he attended Queen's University before transferring to University of Pennsylvania, where he studied both physics and economics. This combination was powerful because physics taught him how systems work, while economics taught him how money and markets operate. It was like learning both how to build a machine and how to sell it. After graduating, Elon moved to Palo Alto, the heart of technological innovation. He enrolled in a PhD program at Stanford University, but after just 2 days, he dropped out. Why? Because he saw something much bigger, the internet revolution. He believed the internet would transform the world, and he wanted to be part of building that future. So he co-founded Zip2 with his brother. The company helped newspapers create online business directories. In the beginning, life was extremely difficult. Elon reportedly slept in the office and showered at public facilities because he could not afford an apartment. He worked endlessly, often coding late into the night. Years later, Compaq acquired Zip2 for nearly $300 million, and Elon received around $22 million from the sale. He was only 27 years old. Most people would have retired after earning that kind of money. But Elon was not interested in comfort. He used that money to create X.com, an online banking platform that later evolved into PayPal. At the time, the idea of sending money online seemed risky and strange to many people. But Elon believed digital payments were the future. He was right. In 2002, eBay acquired PayPal for $1.5 billion, and Elon earned approximately $180 million. At this point, he could have stopped working forever and lived a luxurious life. But Elon Musk was never motivated by simply being rich. Instead, he made one of the boldest decisions in business history. He invested almost all of his money into 3 highly risky companies: SpaceX, Tesla, and SolarCity. This was an extraordinary gamble. Imagine risking everything you own on ideas that most experts believed would fail. For years, it looked like they were right. SpaceX suffered 3 failed rocket launches. Tesla faced severe production problems. Elon was running out of money, and by 2008 was close to bankruptcy. He even had to borrow money for personal expenses. Think about that for a moment. A man who had once been worth hundreds of millions was nearly broke. This is one of the most powerful lessons from his story. Billionaire success often comes after surviving moments that would make most people quit. Then came the turning point. SpaceX successfully launched its fourth rocket, proving the company could succeed. Soon after, NASA awarded SpaceX a major contract worth billions. At the same time, Tesla secured critical funding and slowly stabilized. Elon had survived his darkest period, and from that survival came extraordinary growth. Tesla eventually became the world's most valuable electric vehicle company, transforming the automotive industry forever. SpaceX became the first private company to send astronauts into orbit and revolutionize space travel with reusable rockets. For decades, space exploration had been controlled by governments. Elon Musk changed that reality. So how exactly did Elon Musk become a billionaire? It was not magic, luck, or inheritance. It came down to mindset. First, Elon thinks bigger than most people. While many entrepreneurs focus on solving small problems, Elon focuses on solving civilization-level challenges like transportation, renewable energy, artificial intelligence, and space colonization. Big problems often create the biggest opportunities. Second, he is obsessed with learning. Elon famously taught himself rocket science simply by reading books and speaking to experts. Third, he takes calculated risks. He studies deeply before making major decisions. Many people confuse risk-taking with reckless gambling, but Elon analyzes before acting. Fourth, he works harder than most people can imagine. Reports suggest he often worked 80 to 100 hours per week. Extraordinary success usually demands extraordinary effort. Of course, Elon Musk's journey has not been without controversy. He has faced criticism over workplace culture, public statements, and business decisions, including his acquisition of X. Some people see him as a visionary genius, while others see him as reckless. But this reveals another important truth about success. If you aim to do extraordinary things, not everyone will agree with your methods or understand your vision. Now the real question is, what can you learn from Elon Musk if you want to become successful? First, master valuable skills such as coding, sales, marketing, engineering, or content creation. Second, solve real problems because money always follows value. Third, think long-term. Billionaire-level success rarely happens overnight. It often takes decades of patience, consistency, and persistence. Fourth, stay uncomfortable because growth happens outside your comfort zone. Imagine success like planting a tree. At first, growth is invisible. For a long time, it may look like nothing is happening. But if you keep watering it, one day it becomes impossible to ignore. Elon Musk's life is proof that your starting point does not determine your ending point. From a quiet boy reading books in South Africa to becoming one of the most influential innovators on Earth, his journey shows what is possible when vision meets relentless action. His story reminds us that your future is shaped by your habits, your willingness to learn, and your ability to keep moving forward even when everything seems impossible. So ask yourself this: what bold goal are you willing to chase? Because every billionaire story begins with one simple decision: the decision to start. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more inspiring success stories, and comment below which billionaire's journey we should cover next.